Sup, y'all? Just watched Dragon Ball Episode 8, The Kamehameha Wave. And mixed bag, mostly good, bit of a mixed bag, because of course, when we put our most hated combination of Oolong and Master Roshi together, terrible things occur. But let's focus on the good to start with, because it starts off pretty good. One thing I noticed in this episode, before we kind of talk about a little bit what happened, I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think they added more to Chi-Chi's outfit. Instead of it just covering her prepubescent boobies, it kind of went a little bit below, like covering up her ribs a little. Still unacceptable, but not as bad. Still terrible, not as bad. But yeah, we get to Goku and Chi-Chi arrive at Master Roshi's place. Master Roshi makes some lewd comments about, hey, this doesn't look like Bulma. Bulma had rockin' knockers. Which I wish he just said that instead of like all the hand motions and shit. That's so gross. But no, this is Chi-Chi. This is the Ox King's daughter. He's like, oh, the Ox King. Oh, and it's like, oh, like there's no like, oh, the Ox King. I remember the. No, it's just. He actually does have that moment. I kind of forgot because it's overplayed by Chi-Chi and Goku. Just like, oh, is this really Master Roshi? So Chi-Chi decides to test if it is Master Roshi by throwing her crazy helmet blade at him. And if he dodges it, he must be Master Roshi. Well, he doesn't dodge it. He tries to knock it away with his stick, but that blade goes right into his head, which is a little disturbing to look at, because you know that thing is pointing, and it's just like right into his cranium, like deep. It's not like, oh, it nicked it, or like, oh, it's kind of in there, like poking out, like if a pencil got stuck in your head. No, it is. Oh, sorry for the burps. I had lunch just recently, but yeah, they just ripped that blade out of his head. Totally fine. Put a giant band-aid on it. It's cartoons! But Master Roshi can't find the Bancho fan because he used it as a placemat, and he spilled on it and threw it away. This very relatable old man, besides the extreme sexual perversion. So he's like, oh, I'll just come along and put the flame out myself. So he rides Baby Gamera. He rides a turtle that has flames coming out of where its arms and legs go, and it spins. So he rides that to Fire Mountain, and he scolds the Ox King for terrorizing people just because they were afraid that he was afraid that they were going to take his treasure, all that fun stuff. I'm checking the time. Okay, one of the times I recorded one of these, it stopped like 30 seconds in because my phone ran out of space. So hopefully I don't talk too long. Anyway, back to it. So yeah, Yamcha's still watching all of this from afar. Master Roshi agrees to put out the fires on Fire Mountain if Goku talks to Bulma and convinces her to take a moonlit stroll with him. So basically a date, which I wish they just kind of left it at that. I wish he was just like, oh, I just want to be around women. I wish he just wasn't so like touchy grabby with it all. It's very bad. But yeah, Master Roshi shows up and he's like, all right, I'm gonna put out this fire. And so he takes off his shirt, and he's like this old emaciated man body, but all of a sudden he just like bulks the fuck up, like extremely so. Like his traps got traps, his lats got lats. It's insane. And he does the first Kamehameha wave, or Kamehameha. And it's a big one. It's so big it blows. Instead of putting out the fire, he just blows up the whole fucking mountain. Whoopsies. But Ox King and Chi-Chi aren't that concerned. Like, they're just like, oh well, we'll just build a new house. Boop boop boo. Whatever. It's crazy. It's the first time we see like energy being used like this, and of course, any casual fan of anime at least would probably know about, they know about Goku, and they know about the Kamehameha. They all know that's what he screams, and he shoots the energy bolts out of his hands. This is it. This is the first time we see it. So after that, of course, Master Roshi's like, Bulma, you promised. And so Bulma tells Oolong to transform into her to do the date. Now, this is the bad. And we'll do the bad right now, and then we'll talk about the rest of the episode, because the rest of the episode's kind of good. So instead of going on a moonlit stroll with Master Roshi, Oolong, in his, 15-year-old girl Bulma form, just just flashes his tits at him. Now, I could tell from the way the Japanese, well, the way the animation was, that in Japan there's this thing, I think it's in a game, I think it's in the Persona games. No, Dragon Warrior or Dragon Quest. There's this idea that you could, it must be an Akira Toriyama thing, where a man desires to put his head in between a girl's boobs and have his head be squished by her boobs. It's in Dragon Warrior / Dragon Quest. In the early versions, it is, it's like retranslated over here to not mean that. Like I think it's called like puff puff or poof poof. I forget. It's something I recently watched a video about. I think it was like the Did You Know Gaming on Dragon Quest or something like that. Anyway, that's clearly what they're implying here, that he's like, you can put your head in between my tits and I'll squish him. I'll squish your head with my boobies. At least they don't show it actually happening, but maybe in the full regular Japanese cut, because I'm watching this on Funimation, and yeah, they're just faithfully, going with the dub. They're showing the blood, the violence. I don't know, man, this is bad, but that's bad. That's the bad thing, and we move on, because the rest of the episode is fine, because Goku and Chi-Chi actually kind of have a sweet moment where Chi-Chi's like, hey, Goku, do you think are you ever going to think of me again? And Goku, being a little innocent dumb boy, just goes, yeah, why not? Sure. Are you going to think of me, Chi-Chi? She's like, oh my gosh. It's very, if Chi-Chi wasn't wearing a scandalous outfit as designated by her father to wear, when you think about it, it would actually be like one of those, like, this is a genuinely sweet and funny scene, because Goku is so dumb that he does not realize what is going on. But yeah, that was fine. And then they go off in search of more Dragon Balls, because in the rubble of the mountain, they, of course, Bulma and Oolong find the Dragon Ball, blah, blah, blah. So they only got one left, though that one is still owned by Emperor Pilaf and Mai and Dogboy, whose name is Shu. So they had that to look forward to. They're on a crash course towards them, and Yamcha's right behind them. So big excitement. Oh yeah, and Jesus, so I almost forgot. Goku, like, after seeing Master Roshi do the Kamehameha wave, it's just like, fuck it, I'll try Kamehameha, and it works. He just does it first try. After Master Roshi says it was going to take him 50 years to learn how to do it, he just does it on the first try. Granted, it's not mountain destroying, but it does put a big dent in Bulma's car, or yeah, Bulma, in Yamcha's car that he let Bulma, Goku, and Oolong use. So that just gets destroyed. And so Ox King just gives them a car, of course, blah, blah, blah. They move right along. But yeah, Goku's super adept at learning this fighting techniques and stuff. So it's like, oh shit. Oh shit. But yeah, they're going to go get that last Dragon Ball from Emperor Pilaf. I wonder if anything's going to go wrong. Probably not. See you next time.